I did your work. How you doing? Richard, you look very familiar. Oh, nice. No. No, nothing there. She talking about thank you. You look familiar though.
Hey,
how you doing? This is nice.
Yeah.
How you doing, little mama?
You say hi.
Say hi.
Hi.
You gonna say hello?
It's all right. Don't worry about it.
It's
It's all good. Don't worry about it. Where you want to sit at?
Sit right here.
Wherever you want.
Right here.
Right here? Man, oh man. What you guys gonna do? This is gonna be going on for the rest of your life.
That's a lot.
With this father.
Yeah, well, hopefully I can get him good. I'm sorry he'll just stop messing with me because he kind of left in the other day.
Come on, baby.
What you mean? You just hoping and praying for the best.
Yeah, that's all I can do right now. That's all I can do.
Yeah, man, this is
Eat your spaghetti.
She just ran around the house. She ain't trying to do that.
yeah, that's all good. All right, let me ask you again. I'm sorry.
Get it out.
I'm hoping they cancel my daughter's soccer practice tonight. They crazy.
Look, now I'm not gonna chase you now. I ain't gonna chase you.
You want grandpa chase you? All right. Woo, man. So I've been working very hard on you guys' report. Pretty much. So I was supposed to be in Florida till yesterday, but because of American, they canceled our flight for my daughter's team. And so, and with the weather, they canceled the whole showcase down in Florida. So I spent most of yesterday just reviewing, all the information and links. There's a lot of information, and also wanting to reach out with you because they wanted me to do the home visit to see, this was a living. This is my area over here. This is where I'm trying to move back to, to be honest. But I was hoping to also get a chance to meet your father and just to see you guys. So it's not just coming from dad and his attorney. Because, his attorney is doing her job. And I respect her. I respect her because she's a good attorney. But she also knows what's right and what's wrong and what's best for a child. So, in your guys' situation, it's just so much information that I wish there was an answer to it because it's something you're going to be dealing with. Not only once this is done, forever.
Yeah, I do. He's crazy.
Longer than that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? For pretty much the rest of your life.
Yeah.
At 18, after 18, they'll stop. It's taking with you for little things.
Oh,
anything.
man.
Anything.
Everything. My daughter, she's like, I get some money. I said, what you need money for? You just got all this money for Christmas, and you remember getting your nails done for $8? Ooh, how many nails you do for $8? You give me $8, I can save that $8 a month, and I'll be rich.
And in reality, ain't no man thinking about all the things.
Ain't no nails. You can do them yourself. I tell my daughter, look, girl, you don't even got money for MasterCard, but you want to go do $8 for nails and eyelashes. You got your priorities messed up, young lady. And I told her, I said, look, don't be calling me. But she's sure, but dads.
Yeah.
I got it.
Yeah.
I'm gonna most likely make sure you ain't gotta go through what I did.
Yeah.
Paying your bills. You said, ooh, you got some money? You got money?
Magnet.
Oh, magnet? I was going to say, you put that money in her serving.
She got to make it.
You learn early.
Yeah. Okay.
You ain't got to deal with this other stuff when you get older.
Then you get.
Well, I got the same.
We got 3 of those in the house. I got one in my room.
I got the same thing. My father hidden.
Yeah.
Because my daughter, they sneak. They sneaky. I used to get my mom's coins too when I was a teenager. So I was like, I got this one hidden. So I can't see it. Nobody can see it. And I got a little marker on it. Yeah, he's no joking. Yeah, serious.
He said, let's shift my car
I
up.
already know too. Yeah.
You using a triangle?
But my daughter, my youngest daughter, she's my little snitch, so she's telling me everything.
Yeah.
She's like, Daddy, I'm gonna tell you something. Hold on. Come over here. She's like,
You say that.
oh, I see you. Tomorrow going to piggy bank. What's the date today, Tip?
Yeah, today's the 10th.
Who all stays in the house?
Me, my dad, my brother, and his son.
Both of them going through it.
Yeah.
And I'm going through it all.
Yeah. How old is his son?
Ken is 1.
He's a baby.
Yeah.
I remember we said, was it 4 bedroom, 5 bedroom?
This is 4 bedroom.
4 bedroom.
Yeah, he's kind of close.
And you two share a room?
Yeah.
We got 2 kitchens though, so the downstairs is downstairs. Got plenty of spots.
Nice. Really, you can actually rent that out. Then.
I'm trying to. You know what I'm talking about.
Yeah. All right. So I know you said that you feel like Mr. Graves needs some mental health evaluation and comply with treatment and medication management. What else you say? Anger management?
Yeah, anger management.
Anger management.
Controlling the stuff.
So that would be underneath the DV anger management.
Yeah, I got this record.
Can I ask you something?
Yeah.
Have you seen any of the videos?
I've seen some of the videos that he sent me, but so my thing is, I'm not investigating.
Yeah.
And I got to make sure that I keep a line with him and say, hey, look, I'm not investigating anything that may have happened. My job really is come in, what do I think about the family? How can I help the parenting plan and what my recommendations would be for her?
Yeah.
Other than that, I try, if I cross that line and try to start investigating, that's a whole, I'm not getting paid at that level.
Yeah.
So I'm not trying to investigate nothing that you said, nothing that he said. I'm just trying to investigate what's best for this baby.
Yeah, got you.
And how do we make it work?
Yes.
Which I don't think it's going to work. I'm going to be honest with you. That's just me.
Yeah.
Because the courts can only do so much.
Yeah.
After that, it's between you guys.
Yeah.
And then you're going to be back in front of the court, boom, 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 boom. And I already know the judge is going to do a order because she's going to be like, you got to come back to one judge. Because one judge has to track that because multiple judges can't keep up with it.
Yeah, exactly.
So one judge is going to be like, I want jurisdiction over this case. And that means anything that goes on needs to come to me.
Yeah.
That's what I foresee happening because that's what my experiences are in the past in cases similar to this. Which is okay. Because then you're going to the same judge, so they learn your case, they learn what's going on.
That's what you want. That's what you want, actually. You want that.
Yeah, you want that. So you don't got to keep telling your story over and over and over again.
Right.
Now, the ultimate, what's this? The 4-hour class again?
That's evaluation.
They don't want to do a triangle.
So that he can go to classes.
So when was this done?
I want to say that she might finish it on the 5th. Yeah.
But did she talk to him?
Yeah. Oh yeah. This was a while ago. She did this, but I think she just finished it.
So is she gonna send the recommendations to the court?
I don't know exactly how she does that or what, but that is actually going to be in my domestic violence case. It's under implication.
So the level 2. That's just what she said. That's what she's risking him at the level 2, which is medium risk.
Yeah.
Okay. So technically, from my understanding, when you do an evaluation, and if they determine that you need treatment, that's a year program.
Mm-hmm.
That's not a 4-class program. I've seen where he did some 4 classes, which is like the level 1, like low risk. You do like 4 classes. The normal risk level for DV is that's a year program, and if you don't complete it, you can change. I know people have been there for 5 years because they can't. They get so far and then they drop off. They make them restart. It's because I used to be a parole officer and probation, so that's typically what they would recommend, especially if you got history.
Yeah.
So That's
I don't know if
part of
that
my
lady is
recommendation.
court appointed or anything. She just called me one day. She said I'm doing his intake and.
Oh, so you were on there as a collateral?
Yeah.
And that's why she sent it to you.
Mm-hmm.
So did she talk to you?
Yeah, I told her everything I could tell her, but I didn't have. When I talked to her, I didn't have the domestic violence thing from his past with his other baby's mom. Mm-hmm. So she said, actually, if I send that to the person that's going to be doing the treatment, he can actually get a higher level because it's like more stuff added on.
Yeah, it's a year program.
Yeah.
So let me ask you this: how do you plan on co-parenting with this guy?
I can't. I try.
So the judge is gonna make you do it.
Yeah, I mean, I can try as hard as I can, but if he's just over here lying and saying she's over here hiding bushes and stuff and making things up like that, you know, or when I'm saying, hey, answer these questions, I'm talking parent. When we first.
His attorneys told him not to do that stuff. Probably because that's what she's doing to protect him. And even just like him communicating with the daycare, the attorney told him not to be talking to them. And that's her protecting her clients. But again,
I know these are health questions that I've been wanting to know. Like, I was trying to find her doctor's name. I couldn't find that because he switched it. Some stuff that he has me hidden from, like Gloucester, because he tried to say something happened. My daughter was molested in my care, so there's stuff at the hospital.
Has CPS contacted you?
No.
So that means that you don't have to worry about that. Mm-hmm. And that's what I just told him. I said, look, I'm not the investigator. I said, if there's an issue, CPS will contact you. Mm-hmm. Not me. This is family court. We're not CPS. Mm-hmm. You know, family court. I've never seen family court remove a child.
Right.
It's the CPS, the penalty court, which does that. Mm-hmm. So I had to clear it to him this morning. I said, look, that's not what I'm doing. Yeah. And he's like, okay, I get it. I said, yeah, man, I'm just telling you that. That's not my job. Right. Right. But so here's my question and a thought. Mm-hmm. Because typically in a normal separation of marriage, right? And I'm not saying you guys are married, but I'm just saying that because you guys have a child. Yeah. The judge would order 50-50. Yeah. I don't know how that looks for you guys. Mm-hmm. And that may still be the case. Mm-hmm. You know, that what you guys have been received for your temporary may still be the same. Mm-hmm. But I don't know how to recommend anything to help you or to help him or to help the baby because there's no co-parenting.
Yeah. Okay, so as far as me, like I can try to co-parent, but
did you change it? I thought you changed it to not be a co-parent, being a full parent.
Well, she's talking about. I know she wants to be the primary custodial parent. Yeah. But I'm just talking about the co-parent. Yeah. Because she's asking to be the primary custodial parent, and so is he.
I mean, the judge can see that I can communicate with him. I don't know. I've sent her to talking parents, like they can see that I'm trying to communicate and all that. I just recently had one where I made an appointment and I really need to get her in there. So I messaged him and I said, hey, can you take me to the appointment? He was like, I can't, whatever. But, you know, just like little things like that. I'm trying to co-parent and communicate that he will try to, like, if it's going to bust him out, like him going to the doctor, taking her to the doctor, he's going to bust him out.
Well, he told me that he wasn't happy with you scheduling on his time and said if you really wanted her to go, you should take her on your time. Which so part of co-parenting, it don't matter who got her, when it happens. If something happens and you got your daughter, that's when you take her to the doctor. Yeah. And whoever else had, like if he has her and it's something urgent, then he needs to do that.
So my thing was with that, I've been trying to get her to this appointment. The appointment that I'm trying to get her to is a referral from the stress and trauma from when he originally took her from me. Mm-hmm. So I've been trying to get that. So I finally found the doctor, and the appointment was just like only like on his week. You know?
Do you have that doctor's information where they diagnosed her with that trauma?
Yeah.
I could not find that.
Okay, yeah.
Send me that paperwork.
Okay.
About what them saying about the stress and trauma that she was going through and what that recommendation was. Okay. Because I can put that stuff in the order. Okay. And just like the autistic stuff, mm-hmm. I'm gonna put that in the order that hey, we recommend that she be tested. Right. I did see doctor's notes saying that she may have signs of autism. Yeah. But that's as far as it went. Okay. And I asked him for a diagnosis paperwork. He said he didn't have it because he never made it that far because he had to return back to Washington.
It's definitely in there that she's been diagnosed with stress and trauma.
Send me, if you can find that, send it to me.
Okay.
Because I'm gonna try to put all that. I'm gonna try to put all that in your order for you, so that can be part of the court order. Okay. Then you got some teeth behind it if he doesn't follow through with it.
Right. Yeah.
What were you gonna say? Because I do want to hear what you guys say. Cause I know.
No, I just say, you know, what he did to me. He kind of lied on me and said that, accused me of, he tried to get me out of the way of this whole situation because I've been pretty much protecting her and guarding her. I got videos. We got all kinds of stuff of him just acting a fool.
Can you send me some of those videos?
Yeah. I can send you all the videos. I mean,
well, you send me as many videos. I want to just see it for myself, so I know what the explosive behavior is, so that I can see it.
Okay.
Because he's only showing me videos of like you guys at the hospital and things like that. I want to see some videos of him acting out.
Yeah.
Because then I can see for myself.
He has a whole
that personality.
Oh. So I can show you one right quick right now.
Show me.
Lareina.
Come on, girl. Let's go get some slime. You want to go get some slime in your room?
Slime? Slime is fun, huh? Well, I had to hide all the slime from my daughter today. I was waking up in my hair. I was like, hold up.
Right. Yep.
Slime and glitter.
Oh yeah.
I think the bunny rabbit got all that. My daughter was like, where's all my slime? Oh no.
Okay, see, this right, he tried to accuse me of inciting violence or trying to harass him.
So the fish house?
Yeah.
Here, I got it right here. I found it.
He hollered at me.
I can't hear him.
It's okay, baby. It's okay, baby. It's okay.
I'm trying to feed my daughter. Look how her and her dad harassing me.
Yeah, I
just testified against her.
I just
Look how stupid she is.
Look
at this, Mike. Look, right? What I tell you, man, harassing me and my daughter.
Mike, I just came to the fish house to get some food.
No, we just haven't run into him.
I just happen to see him.
I go there.
I'm just coming to the fish house to go get me some food, and I just happen.
You used to work there, right?
I didn't work there.
Where'd you work at?
I worked at Barbecue Pizza.
Oh,
look at him right here.
You gotta be there at 9 in the morning.
I will.
Yeah, the judge want to see you about your business and about your dad jumping out the car.
No, he hollered at me, told me to get out the car.
Yeah, stop talking to him, bro. Stop talking to him, Dad.
He went to court and said I put a gun on him.
It's okay. He just left.
He's trying to cause a scene.
Yes. Oh, you ain't seen nothing. You ain't seen nothing.
That one when he left her in the car.
Yeah.
Well, you know, it's all right. How you doing? You watching the cartoon?
Well, you know she had a house, she had an apartment. She got kicked out of the apartment. That's why she here.
It's a lot easier for me to keep him up there.
Well, I don't even say other things. Well, I mean, just don't say it.
It's a lot easier for me to just keep him up there because his school is up there.
Yeah. And you say he's with family up there?
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean,
And he comes back like weekend.
I mean, your son's not involved in it, so
Yeah.
I mean, whatever works for you.
I mean, I just know they kind of want to see like a history of how I am with my kids, so that's.
Yeah, I mean, be in aviation school and be doing some of the things that you say he's doing. He's on track and doing what he's supposed to do.
Right.
So to me, that he doesn't need to be brought up into this.
Yeah.
Mr. Graves' older kids, I'm not really bringing it up, but it should be known that he's not in their lives and that they do live with the mom and he's not in their lives in a consistent or regular manner. So that's something that, I did put in my report. But I'm not saying anything about that situation either. I know the Oregon Oregon stuff, I've been looking at a lot of their orders, and even still, we don't have jurisdiction in Oregon. So really, all I could bring up is the fact that
the kids stuff.
the kids,
Yeah,
the kids.
That's what I thought it would just be, just get.
Let me ask you something. Now, if he's back on child support and he takes care of the responsibilities, how does he get the option he have this responsibility?
You mean if he's not taking care of his responsibility of kids in Oregon?
Yeah.
So
back child support and all that other stuff.
That would again. So I don't deal with the financial stuff. That's a whole different other unit and all and stuff. But it does show that there may be some stability issues for sure. If he can't handle those responsibilities, or if he's not even in those kids' life, the judge already knows that stuff.
Yeah.
So that'd be something that the judge will have to make that decision when she gets to deciding, how to work things out. Now, I've seen judges say, hey, you guys work it out, 50-50, work it out.
This ain't gonna happen.
I've seen that happen.
Yeah, I know they're gonna happen.
And reason because the judge is always looking for which parent is going to be able to facilitate co-parenting. So that's why I asked you, and I'm glad you answered it in the way that you did, because it shows that, hey, I'm willing to try. He said he's willing to try to co-parent, but again, we can't enforce that. We can't enforce that. Because once you're done with the court, they're going to be like, hey, man, you guys would deal with this.
I was always down to co-parent from the beginning. He's always had the baby when I went to work, and he took her from me when he was supposed to be watching her while I was going to work.
So I asked him this morning about, taking and restricting your time. He says, that he went down to Oregon to get that medical appointment done, and said he didn't want to tell you, but he's always had his place here in Washington, and he's had it for over 3 years. He said, I never changed my residence. I just went down there and stayed with family while she was getting the help. Now, again, that's hearsay. So the fact is, he still left. He still left the state, and you still didn't have contact for 9 months? Was it 9 or 6?
Yeah, 9 months.
For 9 months. So he still contributed to that. Regardless of what he says, he still.
He told the courts he was all just running around doing all types of stuff.
Well, he still withheld it.
Yeah.
For 9 months.
Yeah.
And so, he says he knows that he probably shouldn't have done it that way, but at that time he thought that was what was best. He can say whatever he wants. It's hearsay.
Yeah.
I can't prove it. Yeah. But I can state things that there was a 9-month period where he didn't see your daughter. And she was in his care. And he was responsible to allow you to see her, and it didn't happen. So there's not much more to it. I believe that happened.
Yeah.
And that's what I'm going to put in my report, is that I believe that he withheld Lareina from him.
Yeah.
And now he's, really, I'm so glad that I've been able to see some of this stuff, because I was going blind, to be honest. And I wanted to come here. I wanted to meet you. I wanted to see what the home environment is. And I don't have a problem with it. And, I've seen his home environment too. It's not, it's small, but it was appropriate. I didn't see anything wrong with it. And even with the Oregon, I was reading some of the newer paperwork, and Oregon now says that both those parents are fit parents. They say that whatever her name is in Oregon and him are now fit parents as early as November. Yeah. So I'm saying, okay, now they're saying he's a fit parent, and they want them to work out some things, which I don't have control over. But the behaviors are concerning, for sure. How you guys move forward with co-parenting and allow grandpa to be what grandpa wants to be, I don't know. Yeah, I can't even. I'm serious. I can't even. I don't think the judges know. That's why they send me out here. Yeah. The judges don't even know.
If we can
the thing is, he want to run over her, and I ain't letting him run over.
Yeah.
Well, and that's the key.
I've already established that, because you're your grandfather, but you also are her father. Yeah. And you got to be protective of your daughter. And if you see this, I would step in too with my daughter. Yeah. So I get that. I don't see any concerns over here. I don't. I don't see any concerns over there. But his attorney and judge, they're gonna have to go through all that. But I do see some things that we need to put in place to maybe help structure this parenting plan. Because there's gonna be one, regardless or not. The judge is gonna make the judge is gonna rule on a parenting plan, and that's gonna be fine.
Yeah.
And then, you know,
I had changed mine up for him to go do all that stuff that he needs to do as far as the mental evaluation that he's never gotten. He said for him to clear all that stuff up, and then we can start working.
So that is stuff I already have in my recommendations. I remember you and I talked about.
Yeah.
So that's stuff that I already have in the recommendation.
Mm-hmm.
I do have co-parenting, possibly through the Tacoma Health Department, which is free. Maybe to work on some, co-parenting and healthy, developmental, being able to monitor all that stuff with your daughter, because it does, from everybody I've talked to, she's doing very well at that daycare. I want her to hopefully she can stay there.
Mm-hmm.
And they know her,
Mm-hmm.
so they're working on her.
I wouldn't even want to take her out just because she's so attached.
Yeah, and I put in there that you see some. I think I worded it exactly. I think you see some diminished progress during the weeks that she's with him. I already got that in.
Mm-hmm.
Period. So the judge is going to read that because I got it from the school.
Mm-hmm.
And the school has a lot of concerns.
Yeah.
They said that somebody called CPS again on him.
They just got to keep calling.
Yeah.
And so I won't get that information probably before the trial, because if there's ever an opening or ongoing,
Wait 30 days.
they won't be able to release that information to me until it's been resolved.
Mm-hmm.
So the fact of the matter is that the school has concerns regarding when she's in his care. They weren't really, besides the fact that they feel like she's, going backwards with her potty training, and, he's really overbeating her, which what I see is that he's really overbabying her. I mean, like, even when I see her, it's like he's really overly, like, baby, it's more like he's trying to convince her to love me more. But he told me just this morning he knows she loves you more. Mm-hmm. He told me that this morning. He said, I know she loves her mom more. Mm-hmm. And I said, well, if that's the case, why are you fighting over all this? Why don't you go to settlement or do something? But I know you in your email, you said that ain't gonna work. Mm-hmm. So
I mean,
I don't have no choice over
it. Settlement. I don't mind going to settlement, but is he really actually gonna try to settle?
But let me ask you this question. So this is what I'm really getting to. I mean, there's a lot of emotion in this. Are you sure he's not doing this to get to you?
He is doing this to get to me.
And that's what I think too.
He's been doing this.
He wants her back,
because he's been wanting the housing and all that. Like,
he says, so this is what he said. He says he was truly in love with you and thought that you were going to be the it for him. And he knows that he needs you with being able to parent your guys' daughter. But he just doesn't want to have grandfather involved. But that's an out. That's an escape to me.
Yeah.
When you say you don't want grandpa involved, that doesn't happen.
Right. Yeah.
That's like somebody telling me, oh, me and my wife got there. You don't want my grandma? You lost your face?
Yeah.
That's grandma.
Yeah.
My kids will always go see grandma.
Right.
So I understand that from a
Well, he knows that. He knows that I'm really close with my dad. I mean, even if I wasn't that, why would I even make that decision? Okay, family, I'm out of here. I gotta go be with this.
No. And I wouldn't expect you to do that. I don't think the judge would even expect you to do that, because this is the support. Yeah. For you and for her. Right. This is the stability that if anything ever goes wrong, you got a place to put your head. Mm-hmm. Like my daughters, they know if anything ever went wrong, they can come home. No big deal. Yeah. Come on, man, let's get it. We've been here before.
And that's how it's been.
I'll cook. I like cooking for my family. And that's just something that he is going to have to. Right now, his focus is on grandpa. Mm-hmm. And with that focus being on grandpa,
it's not to the best interest of the child.
He doesn't know that it's hurting the child, but also hurting you guys' co-parenting relationship. Mm-hmm. So I gotta try to word that somehow. I don't even know. But that's just me sitting in my office, honestly, with my door closed and the news on, and just thinking about how I'm gonna word it. Yeah. But that's what I'm seeing right now. Yeah. As for
the thing is, he busted one of her ribs.
Oh.
He punched her and busted one of her ribs.
Did you get a police report on that?
I didn't, because I have a police report of somebody witnessing it. Witnessing him attacking me, but as far as the rib one, I didn't.
So
who witnessed the attack?
Some person at the
that's why she got the restraining order.
At the police, yeah.
When
That is
Send it to
actually
them.
all in. That was actually all in my file, my other file. I have to go log back onto my links. My computer's messed up, but I gotta log back on there, and then I can send you that.
Send me that.
Yeah.
So father had busted your ribs,
Yeah.
broken.
Mm-hmm.
So now I become his arch enemy. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Uh,
That's just default.
yeah.
That's default.
And I ain't never said I'm gonna shoot him because I understand. I just took my background from my private security license, armed security guard. I got all that stuff. I know the law. I ain't gonna sit there and threaten nobody
I'm
and
not
point
even
no
going
gun
down
in
that trail.
nobody.
I'm not even going down that rabbit hole, man, because
Yeah.
that's hearsay.
Yeah.
And so I'm not even going down that. But if you acting crazy, I might end up saying some yo, you better leave my daughter alone because all of us cat here.
Yeah. And see, I ain't never
Real quick. You know, I go back to those, all of us cat.
See, that's what he's scared
I
of.
don't know what they call it now.
Yeah.
Okay, New York, all of us cat, man. Bust
Right.
I mean, look here, man. Her mother died when she was 8 years old.
it.
I've been a single parent who raised all my kids since they was 8 years old. And I've been here for them. And he do that? No. I got something to say, but I ain't gonna say that.
I don't mind telling, but it's just him. He has to come truthful and not be manipulative. If he's acting like that, I can't. What am I working with? So that's why when I say no, there's no way. That's what I mean, because if he's over here like making lies, saying that my dad's threatened to shoot him when my dad's way over here, you know.
Way up into Quilla.
I understand. So tell me about you broke your ribs. How many other instances were there?
So we had one where I was pregnant. I couldn't find the GPS fast enough or something like that, so he snatched me by my hair. He was driving. He was just yanking me around like a rag doll. I tried to get out the car. He pulled me back in and choked me out. All types of crazy
Did you
stuff.
call the police?
No, I did not.
That's okay.
I never called the police.
That's okay. I'm sorry you had to go through that, but I believe you.
Yeah.
You know, I believe there was some DV, and that's also already in my report for recommendations, which would be that hopefully that year-long program.
Mm-hmm.
You know, the mental health evaluation.
Did I send you that letter from the neighbor?
I don't know.
It might have been. I don't know.
What, the neighbor from your apartment?
Yes, he
I think I
heard.
might have read it.
He heard a lot of this stuff. And then there were some ladies that were here, some family members, friends of family.
Yeah, you might know Ison Devil.
Might be. I might.
Yeah, she was involved with the DC Sniper. I'm doing a program for her right now.
Yeah.
Intro and stuff. Yeah, she was here and Yvette Smith. She works at the bus station. She drives and she works for a school corporation. But those people were here, and I had to tell him to get out the house because he was all rude.
If you can find those two, send them to me.
We got to
It
that.
just makes it easier for me because really when I go through links, it's just a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah, he just loaded it up.
It's a lot. It's overwhelming.
Yeah, you put in.
There's duplicates of stuff in there.
Yeah.
Like, why would you do that? And then his attorney talking about I'm putting in a lot of stuff. I'm like, girl.
Yeah.
My big concern is that he got this. He went and snatched him a pro bono lawyer.
One of the best.
Huh?
One of the best.
Yes, she went.
I see how he
That's
scouted.
right. Yeah.
I see how he
I know
scouted
her.
her too.
She don't play.
I see how he
I
scouted
would
her.
I heard how you scouted her too.
Yeah. I know she's like, man, why did I do this? I'm never doing this again.
Yeah, she called me before I got the case. She was like, I'm sorry. I said, what? What are you sorry for? You're going to sign me to the case. I said, did you say my name? She's like, I'm sorry about it. I said, okay, that's fine. I said, because this, you know, I'm the only county GAL for a family law case that where folks don't have to pay. You know, they get it for county pays for me. We had two, but one of us had to lose our position, but I had the seniority, so I got to stay. So and she started that position before I did. I just transferred from juvenile court.
Yeah, okay.
And I had more seniority with the county, so they're like,
how long you been with the county?
Gosh, yeah, I started with the county in 2007, left for a couple years, went back to Department of Corrections, came back, I think in 2012. And I've been with the county ever since.
Yeah. We sued the county.
yeah?
Yeah.
County, yeah, I might work for them, but I don't have anything to do with all the other stuff.
Yeah, with her mama part of it.
I don't work. County's got some issues,
Yeah.
and it ain't with me or my people.
Yeah.
Because you look at all the pictures, ain't none of us up there in charge making decisions.
No.
But just like with that Manny Ellis, like what?
That's crazy.
Nobody did nothing.
No.
Let that would have been three black cops.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
They be on their way.
What's crazy?
State prison.
That lady, she used to his mom used to come to the barbecue joint, trying to replace her old meat.
Yeah,
and I seen her on TV. I was like, that's Miss Patterson. We see her coming in the window, like that's Miss Patterson. There she
Bringing some old meat that she didn't eat.
Yeah, talking about my husband. And then talking about, can y'all walk this out to the car for me?
She shouldn't have no problems now with the money that they got.
Yeah.
How are they gonna fight through that with the family? But I appreciate you letting me come out. I'm gonna go through tomorrow and just start processing this. Now I did get contacted by his attorney this morning, and they're probably gonna recommend a continuance, probably about 2 weeks to 3 weeks.
Mm-hmm.
I know she's not back until the 15th,
Mm-hmm.
and I told them that my report that what I will submit is what I have right now, and well, I think because they want one, I haven't received any DSHS information, and so I think they want me to have that.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm gonna still work like I have been to try to get it done as soon as possible. But it just, if we can get the DCY information, it gives the judge more information. So I don't know if that's gonna happen. He said he's gonna do it this morning. When I get back, I'll check,
Mm-hmm.
and if it does, I'll email you.
Okay.
If they, because they're gonna have to send you something too,
Mm-hmm.
in saying it. And I told them that it would help me to have more information to be able to put in. I'm glad that I got to see this, but now this gives me a lot more information.
Mm-hmm.
I go back inside my report. I gotta change things around.
Yeah.
But I had been holding back from really finishing my report until you and I met.
Mm-hmm.
Until I can come out and meet you guys in person, so I can see that you guys are not the people that he's trying to present.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So that's what I really had to see.
Yeah.
And so, because that's all I've been hearing is that, mom and her dad and their brothers are like, this type of way. I'm like, yeah.
We're supposed to be ghetto.
I gotta go out here and see these people.
Yeah.
Then I said, let me go ahead and see.
Yeah.
Then I'm glad I did.
Yeah.
Because now I get to see what you're doing and how your family.
We ain't never been to jail in our life.
Yeah, and I
He done been to jail more times. Yeah, I ain't never been to jail.
And I can see she's safe and happy.
Yeah. So let me ask you this then. Now, we're going to start delaying the trial. This girl goes to trauma every time she goes back and forth. She got to go with his ass, and then he's acting a fool. And then the school tells she's regressing when she comes back. What are they doing to her psyche?
So typically what I've seen, judges are like, we need to get her into counseling. Because a judge has to rule on a parenting plan that has scheduled residential schedules.
Yeah.
Now, when I work with foster families, this happens all the time, and it's the crack that most kids fall through is because when you're going back from mom and dad, like in a dependency case,
Mm-hmm.
the child's going to mom to visit mom and going to visit dad and going back to the foster home. It's just a cycle, man.
Mm-hmm.
And that's why we need to try to get her as much support and therapeutic help as we can, so she can mature and make it through this challenging period. Because kids,
that was kind of what
they want to be loved by both parents. So
Exactly.
she's like a chameleon.
Mm-hmm.
She probably does a certain thing when she gets a dad. This is what he expects, and then she can let down her guard or something with you guys.
Yeah.
And really, it's just the only way you really, unless you got a hard evidence and proof from CPS that he has abused her or hurt her in some way, is the only way that you can really do like a Rule 191, which is the restriction of contact.
Even though he's got that in Oregon and all that stuff.
Even though he's got that in Oregon, because that's previous. So people can change from how they parented back in 2010, as in how they are in
But if you didn't get no
2023.
evaluation done or anything,
But that's
like
still,
that,
it's still
court
Oregon, so we don't
order.
have jurisdiction over Oregon. All we can do is what we see here, and like I said, I already have that in my recommendation.
Yeah.
So he'll have to be able to comply with this stuff, and if he fails to comply with it, then, then the judge can say, you know what? Now we can take away the time.
Yeah.
So they don't really do nothing about all that lying and all this stuff getting made up.
That's criminal court.
Right.
So criminal court, that would be a criminal charge.
Yeah,
So we got criminal, and then we got civil, which is family and stuff, right?
Yeah.
So
I'm saying if he's lying in family court, wouldn't that make a difference on the custodies and all that?
it would make a difference, but it's really hard to prove because his attorney's there.
Yeah, but we've been proving he's been lying.
I mean, even with the proof,
yeah.
His attorney can say that it's going both ways, but that's not me. I'm not an attorney.
Yeah.
So I don't know how she's gonna work it.
Say that I'm lying.
But again, that her job is to work for her client.
Yeah.
And your job really is to be who you are. Continue doing the things you do. Don't give anything to where they can say, hey, look, this mom is unfit.
Exactly.
And just go in there and stand with your head up. Have your family support, whatever. Just stand your head up and you deal it. Those are people who get a good result when you're working with a client that has attorney, because it shows more who you are, your character. Are you standing up and you defending yourself, as opposed to him having an attorney and you just sitting down and letting her talk.
Yeah.
She done told him to sit down. She done told him to sit down.
Don't even
Because that's how she is. She deals with this stuff a lot. And she's like, yo, I got this.
Yeah.
You just be quiet.
Yeah.
So when you start talking, then you start showing yourself.
Yeah, exactly. And that's what
she does, because that's what she does. I don't know how she stayed on the case for free, but he convinced her with that fast talk to stay on his case. So,
Oh yeah, when I seen him go out and chase her, I told my brother, go tell her, like, don't get manipulated by him. But he didn't even get the chance. I think they went around the corner.
Well, so he was watching her probably and was like, oh yeah, I want that. She's a bulldog, and that's what happened. Yeah. And I know her because I've sent people to her. She is one of those people that too will help. She's trying to help.
Long as she's helpful and honest, I think that she won't have a problem. It's just that, I mean, she might. I don't want her to manipulate and start lying. The lawyer.
Yeah. Well, we hope she don't do that.
Yeah.
Yeah, because that would be unethical.
Yeah. Well,
that would be unethical. Then you could do.
They do it all the time.
Yeah, they do it all. Yeah.
Yeah.
Just like police.
Yeah.
You got good ones. You got bad ones. She has always been pretty straight. Because I don't think she would do that.
Okay.
But then again, I'm not her.
Yeah.
And I'm not an attorney.
Yeah.
I'm just Robert, so don't take
my
my
word.
word.
I'm not going to
Yeah, I know. Judge would be like, what, Mr. Lee?
Yeah.
I'd be like, Your Honor, I don't have that response. I don't have that authority. I'm just saying, I don't have that authority.
No, I would.
If you want to give me authority, you go and give me one of the black robes.
Right.
I'm making a decision. And that check.
So do you ever deal with Judge Evans?
I haven't ever worked with a judge. No.
I taught that boy computers.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I would work when he was 12 years old.
Yeah, I don't have Judge Evans. I mean, mostly all your current judges, and Judge Cuthbertson, and some of the Van Dornick, some of your older judges that I work with. But now we got the new ones.
Yeah, Judge Cuthbertson got our settlement.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he's our judge. He was our lawyer then.
Isn't Judge Kiesel leaving? I thought she was retiring.
Probably will. They all retiring because.
Well, no, but she said, I remember she saying she was going to retire October 19th or something.
Yeah, that might be this coming October. Because hey, judges can retire, but all they do is go back and pro temp.
Yeah. Okay.
They can keep jurisdiction and just come back just for that case.
Okay.
Yeah.
Judges got it, man. Judges got it. Nice.
So Frank Cuthbert, he went to county, right? He's in county now.
He's retired.
Oh, he's retired now?
Yeah.
Because he had cancer.
Cuthbertson's retired. Van Dornick, all the old school judges retired. You got all the younger ones now, but we got more judges of color though.
Yeah.
That's for sure.
I was surprised to see Evans up there because I worked with his mom.
Oh, okay.
With the ACE, because his mom was in charge of the DSHS office when ACEs came in. that program came in.
So my mom used to work for DSHS too. She was chief officer of HR
Yeah.
for a while, Margaret Maddox.
Yeah. I remember. Yeah.
Yeah, but she retired too. She's been retired for about 3 years.
And so you born and raised here? Yeah.
I'm born and raised. I'm from upstate New York. I was born and raised in like Rochester
Okay.
and Syracuse area.
Okay.
But I moved here when I was in 7th grade.
Okay. You know Tony Hurd and all them people?
I know the Herds.
Yeah, Tony.
Yeah.
We gonna go on a trip together.
Yeah. I know your face from somewhere. It could be from DSHS.
Different DSHS.
How is Teddy Hood?
You know who this is? I like to.
Yeah, that's Patty LaBelle.
I ran into Patty LaBelle on my dad's birthday when I used to live in LA.
You know who this is? You don't know that.
Who?
You know that?
She looks familiar. He looks
Brother
familiar.
McCool, Billy Davis Jr.
Oh, okay.
50 Mansion.
Yeah.
That's
That's
her
my
aunt. Uncle.
family.
Okay.
That's her aunt. Uncle. You know who that is?
Oh, yeah.
Rihanna. That's Jamie, what, Fetch from Jamie Foxx?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
All right.
Hi, man.
Nice meeting you, man. I really hope that we get to the end of this for you guys.
Yeah.
And then you know, when you get the parenting plans, and I'll email you tomorrow if I get back and see it.
Yeah, I already did my parenting plan. I just said I just wanted him to go through his stuff and then I'll take all responsibility, no child support. I don't even think I even put that in there,
But I'm just saying, when you do get it, stick to it.
but.
Because if you start moving around and changing things
Oh,
and
no.
dates, that's gonna give openings where you go.
See, I tried to give him the benefit of the doubt. Hopefully they see that I tried to give him the benefit of the doubt by saying 50-50 so that we can work it out. But clearly, no.
50-50 is big. I mean, that shows the judge that you're trying. I'm gonna put in there too that you said you will try to co-parent, but he needs to show stability, less aggression, and he needs to be, mentally there too. So,
Yeah, not controlling because.
Well, that's part of it.
If he can't get his way, then it's like then everything, he can't get.
Just let him keep doing it. Pretty soon, the judge is gonna put in an order that we're not taking any more, what do you call them, declarations from him, or we're not setting no more court hearings because that's abusive use of conduct.
Yeah.
Well, that's what we try to get him, abusive.
We see that in the beginning.
All right. Hey, you guys have a wonderful evening.
Oh yeah, you too.
And I'll talk to you soon, okay?
Yeah.
You got this.
Hey, you too. Man.
Motion detected at your front door. Motion detected at your front door.
You think that was it?
I told him, man, I said, when I said, I wanted to talk to this, I said, she lost her mother, she was 8, this means a lot to her daughter, it was her life, man. And I feel the most, I don't know what happened to her, she lost her child.
He said, okay, I'll put that on record.
You're gonna be right.
Yeah. Now let's go smoke some weed.